I feel like Shang-Chi is the perfect example of a Marvel movie that's being held back by being a Marvel movie. It does so many things right to break out of that mold, but slowly falls back into the Marvel movie formula that makes a lot of the lower tier MCU movies so forgettable. To me, the first half of the movie had a lot of the personality I'm looking for in these solo films. We get a good amount of characterization for each of the main characters, the score was really good, kind of giving me Spider-Verse vibes, and the villain is thankfully a lot more developed and layered than usual. In fact, I could see people arguing that the Mandarin was actually a more interesting character here than Shang-Chi. Not to mention, this movie has some of the best action scenes you'll see in the MCU. This is finally the martial arts badassery that Marvel fans have been expecting to see since the disappointing fights we got in Iron Fist and Black Panther. In my recent Spider-Man No Way Home video, I talked about how an interesting setting coupled with good fight choreography can lead to way more memorable set pieces. So I'm glad to have finally seen one of these Marvel movies do it right and multiple times in the same film. The bus fight alone is worth the price of admission, in my opinion. However, halfway through the movie, the pacing takes a dip and all the interesting character dynamics and martial arts fights are slowly pushed to the side for this more fantastical part of the plot that I honestly wasn't super interested in. It's weird because I'm usually a big fan of superhero movies being these big fantastical epics, but I don't think this story really needed it. The first half was just so grounded, and the conflict between Shang-Chi and his father felt small scale enough for them to not have to blow it up into this big CGI fest. The movie goes back into this annoying trope in a lot of these action blockbusters where there has to be this big war with a bunch of disposable armies of characters in order to make the final battle seem epic, when in reality, meaningful dialogue and a more intimate fight could have made the finale more entertaining. The final battle, although it looked cool, reminded me a lot of something like Wonder Woman, where all these vague power sets come out and it loses a lot of the tension that it did so well at the start of the film. I made a video talking more in depth about this third act problem if you want to check that out. But yeah, this is actually the same problem I had with Black Widow, so I'm hoping Marvel understands moving forward that not all of these movies need an Avengers level fight scene to have a satisfying third act. I mean, look at Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 or The Dark Knight. These are some of the most popular superhero movies of all time, and their final confrontations are as small scale as you can get. So yeah, overall, I'd give Shang-Chi a 7 out of 10. It's definitely one of the better solo Marvel movies, but its second half just didn't work for me because of how predictable and bland it was compared to its first half. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.